What's up, pumpkin heads? How you guys doing? This week we had a storm roll through, so we had to clean up some leaves and had a vine roll. And anyway, we'll show you that. And then by the end of the video, we'll get you some numbers on these bad boys. Stay tuned. You're watching Moby Mike Pumpkins on YouTube. All right, guys. July 29th, there was a big storm that ripped all the way across the state of Wisconsin. I fared pretty well. You can see gaps in here. We got some leaves bent over and stuff like that. Got like 1.8 inches of rain. Everything's pretty good considering a lot of people in the area had a lot of uprooted trees, stuff like that. We were just on the edge of it, so not too bad. So I'm going to stay out of here because it's really wet. Some of these leaves are going to stand back up, and some of them, they're broken and we'll have to cut them off here. So 2261, just lost a few leaves in here. No big deal. 2593 will go over there. Basically just rolled a couple vines and lost a few leaves. Nothing too bad there either. So 2593, I try and prop this up a little bit, but these vines are kind of rolled in here. Didn't really break any leaves. So if you kind of leave them here, they'll kind of reorientate themselves and it'll be okay. And then we did have a few, leaves that snapped off on some of the younger stuff. So once again, not a huge deal. Not like a lot of people. There was a guy at work, he had 12 trees uprooted at his property. So it could have been worse. So I was pretty happy to come home and only see this. I think we lost a few leaves up. Yeah, lost a few leaves up there. But some of those they'll reorientate themselves and be okay too. So it's not too bad. Pretty happy with that. Glad to get the rain. Really waters everything evenly. Gets that moisture down where it needs to be, because you can water as much as you want, you just can't get it even. And I was getting to that point where like I was putting a lot of water on, but I know there was areas that were dry and it's just hard to hit everything, and now this levels everything back out, and then we can keep watering again. And then hopefully, like, I always like to get a rain like every 2 weeks or so, just to even everything out. So obviously we're good for watering for today and tomorrow, and we should be all good. We're just in here a few days after the storm. We got a couple broken leaf stalks, around here, and leaves down. We just want to get them cleaned out so don't get any disease. So we're just in here cutting them a little bit, grabbing some weeds while we're here. So let me show you why we got to take care of these damaged leaves. See, there's a hole here from the wind. We cut this off. I'll cut a little better afterwards, but all right, when we cut this off, see how that water come out of there? It's built up in there. I'll trim that closer off camera here when I can put the phone down. But so yeah, any of these broken stalks are going to hold water in them. Then they're going to rot out the leaf stalk there, and then they might rot out the vine. So we got to clean them up. Okay, doing some weeding, doing some cleanup. I was on the main here, and got kind of some funk going on here, and it's oozing. So we need to clean this up. I had one spot behind me. Maybe I can film backwards. Right there. That's not too bad. So we get these cleaned up. I got to come back, do the rest of that one. And then we'll get a fan on there and some alcohol and clean that all up. All right, I got my fans, my alcohol. We'll go douse them with a little alcohol, plug those fans in. A lot of guys ask, like, hey, do you got to unplug those fans when you water, when it rains? No. Some of these fans are from like 2016, and they've been watered on every day, rained on whenever it rains. I don't know. They just keep working. I'm not saying it's the safest thing in the world, but, look at that. There's all sorts of rust in there. These are cheap fans. You get them at Walmart. Whatever, they work. So you probably should have a GFCI on your circuit, for safety. There we go. A little bit of fan, a little bit of alcohol, kind of clean that up. You should get all that brown stuff, but sometimes you get to the point of no return, and I'm not going to do that. So anyway, better than they were. All right, we're here at the 2593, the big block. I was doing some looking. And these stems, they're the notorious part on these pumpkins that go bad or whatever. Anyway, I had to get underneath here. I don't know if we got enough light, but you can see there's some dark spots there. We got to scrape that and get that fixed up so it doesn't become a problem later. So see if I can zoom a little better. Yeah, it's just not good light, guys. But anyway, we'll get that fixed up, show it to you. We'll put a fan on it. It should be good. All right, we got that spot fixed up, plus a couple more there. That ended up, it really wasn't that bad. You can't even see it on camera, but good. I feel better about it. All right, the 2261 was 339 inches for an estimated weight of 893 pounds. It did 282 pounds for the week and averaged 40.2. So all in all, pretty good week. The week before was 45.5 average. And I thought with the temperatures it could have sustained that, but she did drop down a little bit. I'm pretty happy with that, so hopefully she can maintain that for another week or two and before she drops down, and should end up being a pretty good pumpkin. All right, we got the big block. This one surprised me the most, and not a good surprise. This one's 350 inches, which as we know is a small block, not a big block yet. We'll get there. But it's 350 inches for an estimated weight of 978 pounds. It did 202 pounds for the week and averaged 28.8. So almost a 9 pound per day drop. I was hoping it was going to maintain the numbers because they weren't that high anyway. And one thing I wanted to do with both these pumpkins was to get like 900 to 1,000 pounds in August, which isn't anything unheard of, but if you pollinate around the time I do, that's pretty good numbers. So a later pollination, you could easily do like 1,300 in August. So, hey, there's Peaches. And anyway, she's not supposed to be out here. So anyway, yeah, with that average already being that low, we're not going to do 900 pounds with this one. We might still be able to do it with the 2261 Maddie. So anyway, and you can see this one's getting a lot of cantalouping on it already. It's pretty early in the pumpkin's life for it to be doing that, so I just don't think this one's going to grow as long, and it's got the odd shape, so we might end up weighing this one early. We'll see. So we'll see what she does this next week. Looks like pretty good weather. We had some cooler days here at the beginning of the week already while I'm making this video. That'll be on next week's total. So plants are all looking good. We got them all weeded up, fixed up, so we're good for the week, and we'll see you next time.